What's going on, everybody? I'm here at the, mashallah, check out my view at the airport and at the hotel at the airport. My view is planes. They denied my visa, man, so they wouldn't let me out of the country, so I had to get like a hotel here at the airport. Alhamdulillah, everything is good, mashallah, I can't complain. Check out my prison. Now I'm giving y'all a tour of the prison. Now we're gonna walk outside. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Reef, what up? That's my cousin right there, Shotgun Sharif, man. What's going on, Reef? I'm just here, man. Mashallah, Abdullah Sheikh, what's going on, bro? Yeah, man, I had a flight to Australia, and I had a little bit of complications, so tomorrow morning I'm going to find out if I'm going to be able to go to Australia or back to Saudi. So I came here and said, let me just chill with Malaysia. You know, I got a few friends out here, some Salafi brothers I know. They came all the way to the airport to pick me up, and my passport, on every page I have stamps, you know, from different countries. So the people here was like, since you don't have any space for us to stamp, even though I showed them space, they said, nah, you can't, come, you can't leave. So I'm actually stuck inside alhamdulillah, I got a hotel room, but I'm actually stuck inside the airport. Check out my view. This is MTV Cribs. Come with us. MTV Cribs, the halal way. I'm going to give you guys this MTV Cribs, I'm going to give you guys a look at my back Disney house. Yeah. Yeah, they don't got this, huh? I think I might have connected on the new Wi-Fi. Check out the train. Oh yeah, I missed it. I think we back, huh? My bad. The train was going through my living room. Check it out.
Pintu C25 untuk penerbangan segera. Terima kasih. Have a happy journey.
Actually, this is kind of fun, man. I think this just brought out the little kid in me. It's actually stuck at an airport. Hotel in the airport is kind of fun, man. My kids is here. I'll be playing hide and seek with them throughout the airport. Reed, what up? Reed, where you go, bro? Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Of course, no hotel in the world is free, I don't think. But I mean, nah, the visa denied. I'm not getting a visa. I just have to wait to get another flight. You know, tomorrow I'm actually heading to Australia, so tomorrow morning I will find out if I will be going to Australia or have to go back to Riyadh, inshallah. Had some complications with my situation in Australia, so we're trying to fix that in the morning, inshallah. Yeah, he's speeding in this thing. Look at him. Alhamdulillah. What do I think about the Salaf? The Salaf, mashallah, tabarakallah, Salaf as-Salih is the righteous predecessors who was obligatory for us to follow, which is the Prophet Muhammad, which is the Sahaba, which is the Tabi'een and Tabi'een. It is mandatory that the Muslims follow the Salaf as-Salih. As the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best generation of the Muslims will be my generation, the generation that come after them, and the generation that comes after them, which is the Salaf Salih. So in order for us to understand the religion of Islam, we have to understand it according with the understanding of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the Prophet taught the Sahaba, and the Sahaba taught their students, and their students taught their students. This is the pure Islam before innovation and other things started to creep up in the religion of Islam. You know what I mean? So it's walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right now I'm in Malaysia at the airport. You know, I got denied the visa, so I couldn't leave. Alhamdulillah, I got a hotel in the airport. Salam, how are you? Say what's up, man, you live. Dude, he was following me for a minute. About to say, man, I thought I just saw you down there. What you doing behind me still? Yeah, of course, but qadar Allah ma sha fa'al. Yeah, Malaysia is nice. I've been here a few times. I'm surprised they qadar Allah. Nice airport, mashallah. You know, it's a nice airport, Malaysia. Shall we see where my stairs take me in my backyard? Yeah, I'm hostage out here. Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein got what's already written for them, so no need for me to speak on Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. As the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in the hadith, there's no need to speak against those that are dead, because what was written for them have already reached them. You understand? So damn, you asked a lot of questions that I take on money. Yeah, I should have taken. Emirates, are you the police? Like, man, I took a plane. That's how we need to know. I don't really like indulging in my certain things I keep to myself. I don't tell people what planes I flew on and where I'm going to. I like to just get there and land, and then I post. You know what I mean? Nothing personal against you or your questions, but you know. Now I'm forced to drink this emergency coffee. You have cold brew? You have cold brew? Cold brew. You have cold brew? Yes. Let me just get matter of fact, let me just get a ice let me see. I try to figure out what I want. Let me just get because I want to sleep. I don't want to get nothing too cold, but let me just get a too strong, I mean. Let me just get a he laughing at me, look. Say what's up. I'm really trying to figure out, bro. What's good? Because this is like emergency coffee. This is like for ladies, man, too sweet. Right? I don't want that type of stuff. Let me just get a cappuccino.
Cappuccino, huh?
Double shot. Alright?
Your name is?
My name is Mu, M-U.
M-U.
Thank you. Yeah, I should have just, I'm indecisive now. I want to tell him to give me the cold brew, but halas. I'm like really in this. Check out the. No, tall. Tall, brother. Tall.
This is smallest.
Yeah, the tall is the smallest?
Yeah, the smallest one.
Oh, no, that's too much. Just give me the, halas, just give me cold brew. You don't have no small cup, ice? For the ice, you have a smaller cup?
Same as.
You don't have tall?
No, two sizes, grande and venti.
Grande and venti, man. That's too much coffee for me.
I can make it one shot for you.
Okay, make it, no problem. Thank you.
Pay over there, sir.
Okay. Come for loose. English or Malay? Arabic or Malay? Arabic or Malay you speak? How I say how much in Malay?
Berapa ringgit?
Berapa ring?
Berapa ringgit?
Berapa ringgit? How much berapa ringgit?
80 cents.
Okay. Thank you. Berapa ringgit?
Yes, berapa ringgit?
Berapa ringgit?
Are you from, sir?
I'm from USA.
USA.
Yes. Nah, ain't no big. Talking about a coffee, bro. No, yeah. Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, hello.
I'm finished, my man.
Yep, finish this, huh?
How do I say finish in Malay?
Dah siap kah?
To say yup cup?
Dah siap.
That's yup.
Yep, siap. Already done.
Like, what's up, sup?
Yo, what's up, man?
Say, yo, what's up, my
Yo,
man?
what's up, my man?
What's your name, bro?
Hafizi.
Hafiz, mashallah. Hafizi.
Hafizi.
From Malay, huh?
Yeah, I'm Malay.
Say, what's up, my man?
What's up, man?
Homie.
Homie, yo.
Alright, salam alaikum. See, my backyard has all types of fun. I'm actually having fun being a hostage. You know? Because I'm a loner. I'm like weird like that. I actually like to be by myself. So I think I'm kind of weird. Bismillah. What's the biggest misconception of the religion of Islam? I would think there's a lot of misconception of Islam. One, I think now the West is promoting that Muslims are terrorists. That's a big misconception. You know, there's over, 1.6 billion Muslims around the world. I think that's a huge misconception. Of course, hold on, I'm kind of hot. I think also the way women are being treated in Islam, there's a misconception that Muslim women are being oppressed. And me personally, I have never seen a way of life that give women their rights like the religion of Islam. Now it's up to the men or the fathers or the brothers to give the woman their rights, you know what I mean? But Islam protects the rights of a woman like nothing before. Nothing I ever witnessed, you understand? Like, subhanAllah, the way the women have rights in the religion of Islam it's amazing. It's almost as if when you read about Islam, it's almost as if, like, mashallah, tabarakallah, the religion was sent down to protect women almost. But as we know, the religion was sent down for us to worship our Creator. You know what I mean? But Islam is far from oppressing women, and Islam is far from being a religion of terrorism. You know what I mean? Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Pac respected Muslims because Pac had relatives. Pac had aunties who were Muslim. Pac had cousins who were Muslim, uncles. You know what I mean? Pac respected the Muslim Islam because he had a lot of Muslim relatives. Pac died, he had a Quran. You know what I mean? So Pac definitely, for sure, respected the Muslims. You know, he had family members who were Muslim. So alhamdulillah. I'm actually not in Malay, you know what I mean? I'm at the airport hostage. I'm not here like to enjoy it. You know. You know, I'm actually heading somewhere else. I'm just waiting for my visa to get cleared in that country. If it doesn't get cleared, tomorrow morning I will be back to Saudi, or tomorrow morning I will be heading to Australia, inshallah. Of course I don't hate Malaysia. You can't, you know what I mean? I don't hate Malaysia. Everything happened for a reason. Something don't go our way. As a Muslim, we believe Allah is the best of planners. You know what I mean? We don't get upset with the qadr of Allah. Maybe Allah protected me from some harm. Maybe I would have got outside of Malaysia. Anything could have happened. A car accident could have happened. We don't know what could have happened. So everything that Allah put in the way of a believer is for our own benefit. You know what I mean? So alhamdulillah, I'm not mad at all. You know what I mean? I was just upset earlier the way they were speaking. They was a little rude. And then I had some other people at the airport who went out their way to help me. You know what I mean? Do you cry when you think of non-Muslim families and Pac died as a kafir? That'll upset me. I notice you always bring this up, Outlawz Nation, man. I think you first of all, you should calm down with that, because you always coming on the pace and how you feel about Pac going to Jahannam and all these things. First of all, as Muslims, we can never say if a person is in hellfire or paradise yet. We can say, for example, a group of people, if you believe in this and you die upon that, then you die upon kufr. But it's not allowed for us to say such and such person is in the hellfire. You know, that's up to Allah. And I don't get upset because I'm sad, of course, if I have family who didn't pass away on the religion of Islam, but I can't get upset with the qadr of Allah. You know what I mean? Saudi police are worse than immigration, but Saudi immigration changed a lot. You know, if you fly into Riyadh, every Saudi immigration officer has a button that tells if he was doing okay. Now you can tell on the police, you know what I mean? And now when you get off the plane in Saudi Arabia, you have a guy that's there to greet you, who tell you to go to this line, go to that. So Saudi actually changed, even though I'm sure they got a long way to go, you know what I mean, when it comes to customer service. As Muslims, we should be the first ones to implement the best customer service. So of course we see things in Saudi Arabia that we say, man, I hope they're improving this, you understand? But as far as the immigration coming in the airport, I can say, as an individual that was living there in 7 years, I can say from when I first moved to Saudi Arabia to now, it's a whole change. It's a change. I remember when I used to get off the airplane, I used to hate going through immigration in Saudi Arabia. It was like I'm getting on another flight, you know what I'm saying? But now, mashallah, I think he might have started doing it 2 years ago. When you get off the plane, somebody's there to greet you. They smiling now. You know what I mean? And after they take care of you, you can press the button whether they did good or bad. You know what I mean? So you can tell on the Saudis now. But I think they definitely, I see a lot of improvement that's happening in Saudi Arabia. Like, for example, I remember when I first got there, if you go into like a bank or it's every man for themselves. This person jump in front of you. I was grabbing jokers, putting them behind my back and jumping in front of this person. Now when you go into the bank, you got to get a card. You got to get a number. They call your number. Now when you go into anywhere now in certain offices and certain buildings, you pick a number. Now everybody got to wait equally, you know what I mean? But even though, you know what I mean, they definitely need to do some more improvement when it comes to customer service in Saudi Arabia. You know, they definitely came a long way from 7 years I've been living there, and I'm sure, inshallah, will continue to get better. At least they're not going backwards when it's come to that. I see that they're trying to get better, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I first came to Saudi Arabia, I didn't know if you can translate customer service in Arabic because there was none. You know what I mean? So I was wondering, can we even translate in this Arabic so they can understand it? Now, years later, alhamdulillah, you're starting to see customer service. You're starting to see people having more of an understanding of different languages and dealing with people better. So alhamdulillah, you know what I mean? And we have to remember, no place is perfect. You know, every place have good and bad. Like even here in Malaysia, I had one immigration officer who was very rude. And then when I walked around the corner and I asked for help with some people in the airport, they was very nice. So the believer must be just and adil at all times, you know what I mean? So I can't really sit here and say the people in the Malaysian airport was rude, because I encountered both, good and bad, you know what I mean? So alhamdulillah. America, we have a lot of customer service. Like people always say, you know, but what about America's this? Hey, how are you, my friend? All that coffee for you?
No.
Huh? He said he wish it was. You know, they have customer service, they have stuff like that, but then you walk outside, you might get your head blown off. So you got to look at, you know what I mean? You got to look at what you looking for in life. We learn hospitality from Islam, but the Muslim world needs to pick up their customer service game for sure. You're right, Aki Adam, man. You know, the Muslim alhamdulillah, especially the Arabs and the Asians and the African Muslims, mashallah, they got the hospitality down on pack. But when it come to customer care, may Allah help them step that game up, man. Customer care is new, I think, mashallah. But it's getting there, inshallah. It's getting there, inshallah. For sure. So everybody like to compare like Muslim countries to America. Everybody, you got to understand, America's 300-something years old. Saudi Arabia as a nation is only about 100 years old. You understand? When America as a country was 100 years old, they was going through a lot of changes. The same with Saudi Arabia going through a lot of changes. Every country have good and bad in it, you know what I mean? But one thing I could say about these Muslim countries, whether you're in Saudi Arabia whether you're in the UAE and you're in Muslim countries, safety is here, alhamdulillah. You cannot, no amount of money can buy your safety. You understand? Safety is from Allah. When you can walk outside and you don't have to look over your shoulders. You know what I mean? Your mother, your sister, your wife can be outside walking down the street. You don't have to worry about anybody trying to harass them. You know what I mean? Alhamdulillah, nice to meet you, brother. Do you know the brand of the baggy pants that Gaddafi will hit him up? That's a joke question, or are you serious, bro? Hit him up was like 20 years ago. Everybody wore baggy pants back then. Oh, man. Can you be strapped in Saudi? I need my gun. You need your gun wherever you go. Nah, you don't need to be strapped in Saudi, man. Ain't nobody running around with guns in Saudi. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Saudis might jump out and fight each other, hit you with a slipper, but you know, you have deaths every once in a while. You might hear somebody got shot or somebody stabbed, but that's like rare. You know what I mean? That's rare. Now I don't listen to music anymore. Cali is good, alhamdulillah. Yeah, you just gotta watch out for cars. Oh, mashallah, there's a Muslim prayer room here, see? This is a Muslim prayer room for the sisters, though, mashallah. This is the Malaysia airport. What's up with the new prince? He trying to make mixing women and men okay. May Allah guide him. May Allah give him tawfiq. You know, Mohammed bin Salman, I think he's trying to do a lot of good for his nation, a lot of good for the country. I don't know if he tried. The problem is when people say he's trying to do mixing between men and women, I don't really. One, we have to realize in the time of the Prophet Sallallahu they would sell them. I learned this from Fareed Abdullah, my teacher at the masjid in Los Angeles. In the time of the Prophet Sallallahu they would sell them. Women used to work in markets. The Sahaba, they used to deal in business. They would go buy in marketplace and the woman was there. You understand? It's a difference between men and women just holding their hands, walking down the street and kissing and doing all this crazy stuff. No. He, from what I got out of it, is trying to say that it is allowed for women to be in the workplace. It's allowed for women to be in these type of environments. Because in the time of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, this was happening. You know what I mean? And I think everybody, and it's up to the individual. So, for example, no matter what country we are, as Muslims, and we're in America and we're in different countries, it doesn't mean we say, okay, since everybody is mixing, now we can mix. A Muslim, we learn our religion and we implement it no matter where we at. You know what I mean? No matter what. So if people in Saudi Arabia start saying women in workplaces and workforces and stuff, which is allowed for women to work, it doesn't mean the men should be wanting to harass these women and mix with them. We still have a choice to make. You understand? It's a big difference, not for Saudi. One thing you have to realize, you're saying it's a big difference from Saudi and the Sahaba. No, there's a big difference from us Muslims in the time of the Prophet Muhammad and the Sahaba. We can't just blame all the Muslim problems on Saudi Arabia. What about us? Every Muslim himself has shortcomings. Every Muslim themselves make mistakes. But why, for some reason, everybody blamed everything that happened on the Muslims to Saudi Arabia? I never read the Quran or Hadith that says Saudi Arabia is the savior of the Muslims. You know what I mean? Muslims, everybody point their finger at Saudi Arabia, but there's multiple, dozens of Muslim countries. And you'll see Muslim countries doing everything. But as soon as it happened in Saudi Arabia, the people point their fingers at Saudi and this and this and this and that. It's not dangerous for a woman in Saudi Arabia. It's far from being dangerous. I come from a dangerous environment for women. You know what I mean? Man, nobody want to say consciousness because you want us to say consciousness, man. We say titles according to what our Lord gave us. Do I know Starbucks donates money to Israel Army? Well, you're wrong. Starbucks actually made it public many times that they don't donate no money to Israeli army. The owner of Starbucks said that they're a public company and they have to show their taxes where they donate their money. You can go check it yourself. Starbucks put out a statement, said they closed down their Starbucks in Israel. They don't even do business in Starbucks in Israel. And second of all, even if Starbucks did donate money to Israel, maybe Instagram do the same thing, maybe Facebook do the same thing. It's not it's up to them if they donate money. That doesn't fall on our shoulder. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was doing business with Jews up until he died, even though at times he was at war with them. You know what I mean? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did business with Jews. Saudi society, you can't get married to youngsters on start because of expensive mahar. Yeah, I don't think that's just Saudi society. Unfortunately, you'll find that in America. You'll see Muslims in America asking for high mahar. You'll see Muslims, some African Muslims. You'll see Muslims in UAE. You'll see Muslims in Kuwait making a high mahar. Like I said, everybody blames Saudi for this. You understand? It all depends on the family who you dealing with. If the family understand the religion of Islam, if the father understand the religion of Islam, the mahar will be small. The mahar will be a good part. You understand? You can't blame everything on Saudi. If Saudi make the mahar hard and the people paying it, that's up to them. You understand? But all the problems is not on Saudi. If Saudi make the mahar hard to marry, then you can go marry someone from a different country where the mahar is less. You know what I mean? Salah, what up, bro? That's the Philly homie. I'm reading Islam, but I can't understand the one God aspect. I mean, I feel like I can reason, but my heart not feeling it, dig. What's your advice? I think you should keep reading about Islam, you know what I mean? And, there's only one creator of the heavens and the earth. You know what I mean? There's only one creator of the heavens and the earth. There's only one God. And Islam put emphasis on the monotheism and tawheed of the religion, that Allah, the creator of the heaven and the earth, doesn't have any partners. He don't have anyone from amongst his creation to help him in his lordship. You understand? He created us. He provided for us. He done all this stuff for us himself. So in return, he asks for us to worship him alone. You know what I mean? But I'm going to put this website up and you can check it out. You know what I mean? Islam.ca. Check this website out. You know, I answer the questions if I can, you know what I mean? But I think Saudi get a lot of slack. Everything that happened in a Muslim country, people point to us. Anywhere in the Muslim world, people always point their fingers at Saudi, but we have to realize you have many Muslim countries. You have Egypt, you have Morocco, you have Pakistan, you have Malaysia, you have Brunei, you have Algeria, you have Tunisia, you have mashallah, Albania, Bosnia. You have so many Muslim countries. It's not just Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, UAE, Morocco, Egypt. The list goes on. You know what I mean? Your Muslim brother doing 20 years in Australia. Sorry to hear about that, man. Allah make it easy for him. Yeah, you got Qatar, you got Oman, you got many other countries. Do you believe there are companies we should boycott to help Palestine? I don't really believe in that boycott stuff, man. That's the stuff that the kuffar made up, and the Muslims want to be like them and everything they do. I don't believe that's going to help. You know what I mean? I believe what's going to help our Muslim brothers is dua, asking Allah to help them. You know, we have a hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that there will come a time where the Muslims would turn their back on their religion. And he said they would chase the tail of cattle, meaning they would fall in love with the worldly life. He said Allah would send a foreign enemy, a foreign army, to go to the lands of the Muslims, to take their resources, to put pretty much their foot on the back of the necks of the Muslims. But at the end of that hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and Allah will not let up with punishing the Muslims until they return back to their religion. So we look at the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ taught us a solution. Whenever the Muslims, we go to hardships, whenever the Muslims get invaded by enemies, whenever the Muslims get their resources taken, the Prophet ﷺ said the outcome of that, the solution is returning back to your religion. But many cases, we Muslims, that's the last thing we do. We start boycotting, marching in the street. We start trying to be like America in the 1960s and running around marching. We want to be like everybody except for the Muslim. We want to do everything what everybody else tell us except what the Prophet ﷺ taught us. He said Allah will not let up until you return back to your religion. You understand? So when the Muslims return back to our religion and the Muslims start practicing religion properly, Allah will give us tawfiq. Boycotting Israel ain't gonna... Man, people have been boycotting Israel for many years. That ain't stop nothing. You understand? That didn't even stop nothing. So it's better to just return back to our deen, make dua for our brothers and sisters in Palestine and Burma and Syria. You know what I mean? At least we can do is make dua for them, you know? Allah make it easy for you to get over here. You should convert, man. You got Muslim friends trying to make you convert. That mean they love you. You hate non-Muslims that insult the Prophet. You want to... Well, you know, man, from the beginning, the people insulted the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah would defend the Prophet. You know what I mean? As Muslims, we can't go around, you know, trying to beat everybody up because they offend the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man, people offend Allah. People say that Allah has a son. What's more offensive than that, to lie about Allah? But still, we don't have the permission to go around beat people up because they lie about Allah. You know, people going to talk about you. You know what I mean? People going to talk about your mama. People going to talk about you. You can't just go around. You can educate the people. You know what I mean? You can ask Allah to guide them, or you can ask Allah to deal with them. But Allah will protect His Prophet. You know what I mean? Allah will protect His Prophet, man. So we just have to realize that. What's your question, bruh? Do I advise opening a business in Saudi? I think Saudi is one of the places, mashallah, it's a booming economy, it's a booming place. I think they have a lot of opportunity. I think Saudi is like America back in the day, man. There's so many opportunities out there. A lot of people are doing some big things there. It's pretty much like a new country, you know what I mean? Not willing to help or give hope to someone that's Muslim. What's your question, Aki? I don't really understand what you're talking about. Can you repeat the question? I can't give hope. I can't give hope to nobody. You know, can you write a letter and hope to my brother in jail? I can't promise you I'm gonna write a letter. You know what I mean? I'm slacking. My cousin just got sentenced 20 years. I gotta write him a letter. I got homies all my life I knew that's in jail. Unfortunately, I have a shortcoming. I don't even write friends and families that's in jail letters the way I'm supposed to. So I can't come in here and promise you that I'm gonna write your friend a letter. I can make dua for him. That's better than the letter. You know what I mean? I can ask Allah to help him. You just reminded me my cousin just got sentenced to 20 years, man. I need to write him a letter, my little cousin. Yeah, they gave me a big cup. Yeah, alhamdulillah, my cousin got sentenced. Inshallah, hopefully he come home. But the first thing he said, I had never did my prayers the way I'm doing my prayers now. He said, I'm reading Quran every day. He said, inshallah, when I walk out of here, inshallah, I will be a walking Quran. I will know it by heart. When he was on the streets, he was getting in trouble. He really wasn't he wasn't keeping up with his prayers. So sometimes Allah put us in position to return to him. May Allah release him. May Allah give him an early release, inshallah. But Allah put us in situations, you know what I mean? Have I ever been in jail before? I wouldn't say that I did time. I think the most time I ever did was 2 weeks. You know what I mean? In a cell. But your mom, tell your moms I said what's up, my auntie, and I love her. You know what I mean? I left New Jersey when I was 14, 15 years old, got with Pop. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person that want to go to jail and happy to go to jail. Alhamdulillah, the most I probably did was 2 weeks, man, and I hated it. And then I did like 2 days in the county in Los Angeles, and I hated it. And I said, man, I don't even know how people can come. Well, the county jail in L.A. had me ready, man. I said, boy, I ain't never coming back to this place. Yeah, you should convert, bro. What if your business partner Kafil runs away with your money? I think, you know what I mean? People can run away with your money and everywhere. I think if you do business in Saudi Arabia, you must have a contract. You understand? You don't just give, you know what I mean? You have to be careful. No matter where you do business, it's not just Saudi Arabia. Anywhere you do business, you have to be careful. You have to have a contract. You have to protect yourself. You know what I mean? You have to, one thing about Saudi Arabia, if you have a contract written and the court's going to protect you. And I know and a Pakistani lawyer from Canada who been living in Saudi Arabia for 40 years, he's a lawyer, he told me this. He said one thing as a lawyer dealing with Saudi Arabia, if you have contract, he said Sharia court will protect you. And you know what this brother told me? This lawyer, he said, man, I witnessed as a lawyer the judge go against the king in Sharia court and the king couldn't do nothing. This was a Pakistani lawyer. He said years ago that he seen the king signed off to release someone from a punishment or something like that. But under Sharia law, the judge felt like, I think it was the time of King Fahad, rahimahullah. But under the law of Sharia, the judge felt that this person should be punished, even though the king wanted to pardon him. So the judge said, we override the king. And the Pakistani lawyer from Canada said, man, I witnessed this. He said, I witnessed the Sharia court was above the statement of the king here in Saudi Arabia. And he told me as a lawyer, he said, as long as you have paper right and you have your contract, he said, courts in Saudi Arabia, you protect it. You know what I mean? I'm lost, man. I don't even know how the hell I got over here. Talking to y'all over here, I don't even know where I came to. Do I want the Saudi passport? Yeah, hook me up with the Saudi passport, man. Somebody contact Mohammed bin Salman, tell him let me get the Saudi passport. I do need that Saudi passport, mashallah, man. That mean Mecca, Medina, they can't kick me out, man. Give me any collegiate passport, man. You know, the same way people be wanting an American passport, man. We Americans who accept the religion of Islam, we be wanting a passport to a Muslim country. Bahrain, UAE, whatever, I take it. We be wanting passports to Muslim countries so we have an opportunity to raise our kids, you know what I mean? We have an opportunity to live in these countries, you know what I mean? And to be here, alhamdulillah. Do you know Muslims who are gay? Can they go to jail? Yo, you ask some weird questions. I know you. Just from your questions, man, I think I blocked you like 3-4 times, but you keep coming up with these different accounts. We Muslims, of course, homosexuality is wrong. Of course, major sins are wrong. These are sins, fornication, homosexuality. But Allah says in the Quran, if a Muslim repent and do tawbah, Allah will forgive him. The only sin that Allah doesn't forgive you for is if you die committing kufr. You understand? If you die committing kufr, Allah won't forgive you. So if a person fell into homosexuality, a'udhu billah, if a person fell into fornication, may Allah protect us from these things, and they repent sincerely, Allah will forgive them. You understand it? Allah says in the Quran that He forgive all sins. Allah's Ghafur Rahim. Even if a person commits shirk, which is the greatest sin a person commit, if a person commits shirk, but he asks Allah to forgive him, Allah gonna forgive him. You know what I mean? Allah's Ghafur Rahim. Is homosexuality a sin or kufr? I don't know, man. You gotta ask one of the scholars. You know what I mean? From what I know, it was a major sin. But you and these questions, I be honest. Did I block you before? Because when you write on my page, I kind of you remind me of somebody that I blocked, but they keep popping up with these pages. I ain't blocked you for asking these questions. These questions are permissible. Of course, you asking about sins and stuff like that, but also you have to realize I'm not a scholar, you know what I mean? But I think you came saying some crazy things on my page before. Kabir about have you read the book Kabir, The Major Sins, I think by Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab? I haven't read it, but I heard it's a good book. I guarantee you I blocked you before. Yo, because I've been watching you for like the last week, and the stuff you've been writing like on my page, and yeah, you blocked me. I knew it. I knew it from the style of your questions and what you writing. You talked about Outlawz. Yeah, I blocked you because of Outlawz. But calm down, man, because I don't want to block you again. I think you're a young kid, man. Just relax, take it easy. Because you be coming on my page, man. You be scaring people, man. Yeah, you be coming on the page, you kafir, I'm gonna kill you. Like, Yeah, Astaghfirullah. You gotta calm down, bro. It ain't that serious. Yeah, he was talking about Allah Key, and I was trying to. Nah, it is a lot wrong with Allah Key. You know what I mean? Allah Key was calling to fitna. Allah Key, like the scholars say, he was a Khawarij. And it's crazy because when I first accepted the religion of Islam, a couple months later, he passed away. You know what I mean? Allah had mercy on him, but we speaking because his work is still out there. When I first accepted the religion of Islam, I went to Hajj with him. I went to Hajj with Allah Key 3-4 months later, and I remember he got on the bus, he was calling everybody name, and he was like, Bill, and I said, that's me. He was like, oh, you used to rap with Shakur? I said, yeah, and I thought he was a cool, like, man, this Imam know who Pac is. He was an Imam in San Diego. He used to live in San Diego, and he was saying weird things then, but I was a new Muslim. I didn't really know about it. I was coming from, straight from Kufr, and he was saying things about jihad. And one thing you have to realize, killing innocent people ain't jihad. These people just picking up guns, 30 members over there, 40 members over here, going to Muslim countries saying jihad, then they start killing each other. That's not jihad. So he was saying some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And then he's a Khawarij because he had videotapes where he made takfir against the whole royal family of Saudi Arabia. And he said that you can attack these people. This is Khawarij talk. He made takfir on the rulers. He made takfir on Saudi. We don't make takfir on the rulers. We don't make... The Prophet ﷺ told us to obey the rulers. Even if we don't agree with them, we still make dua for them. We ask Allah to guide them. We don't make takfir on Muslims, period. You understand? So he went left. If you listen to some of his tape, for example, there was a Muslim in Texas who took a gun and went somewhere and started shooting innocent people. He praised that individual. I'm not going to search for you to get the video, Aki, but you definitely can see it online. You can look. I'm sure some of the people may they refuted him, so you can Google this yourself. You know what I mean? But what happened is, alhamdulillah, mashallah, tabarakallah, Allah ghafur, Allah is so kind that after I went with Hajj with him, he gave me his number. He was like, Bill, man, let's stay in contact. I want to connect with you. I'm going to help you learn the religion. I was like, mashallah, this dude knowledgeable. Alhamdulillah, I lost his number. Y'all probably would have seen me somewhere right along with him in these pickup trucks. Alhamdulillah. He was I won't say he was knowledgeable. I would say he's very slick with his talk. You understand, brother? It's not, we don't love the people because they sound knowledgeable. We love the religion of Islam. Quran and Sunnah is knowledgeable. The talk of the people is not knowledgeable. Just because he sounds knowledgeable, if he not talking about, and first of all, as a Muslim, we can never say somebody a shaheed because it's only Allah who knows a person a shaheed. You know what I mean? It's only Allah who knows a person a shaheed. So all that stuff where you saying, oh, he died a shaheed, how do you know he died a shaheed? Allah, the angel came and whispered to you that he died a shaheed because only Allah knows who died a shaheed or not. You know what I mean? Why would Allah give him such a death? Everybody gonna die. You understand? Everybody gonna die. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna die. That's gonna happen to everybody. Listen, bro. The problem is a lot of Muslims be clinging to personalities. Go look at what the ulama refuted him on, and you will see that he was upon Khawarij. He was upon extremism. I know him personally. I went to Hajj with him. I knew the stuff that he was teaching. You know what I mean? But a lot of people be falling in love with personality, and a lot of these Khawarij and these speakers, what they do, they start off like all the kids used to do talks about the lives of the prophets. They start off with getting people to come to them and listen to them. Then after that, once they get a following, they start striking their poison. He had an impact on me too, Aki, but one thing I thank Allah that he allowed me to understand the basic of Quran and Sunnah. I thank Allah that he allowed me to understand that we don't follow the personalities, we follow Quran and Sunnah, whoever call into it. You understand? We don't stick with a personality. I knew him personally. I went to Hajj with him. We don't stick with a person because of their personality. Once a person start talking weird stuff and start calling other than the religion of Sunnah, Islam, we stay away from it. Nah, we not. A Khawarij is not. That's not making takfir on them. The Prophet ﷺ called these people Khawarij. Khawarij mean khuruj because the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith about the first Khawarij that the religion of Islam will go through his body like an arrow go through go through the body of a deer. Some of the scholars doesn't say that the Khawarij are kuffar. You know what I mean? He definitely. I'm not saying that, but we saying that he is an extreme Khawarij. You know what I mean? And if it was my own brother and my own father who was calling to what he was calling to, I would tell you the same thing. We don't love people because of personalities, we love the people because of this deen. When a person stick to Quran and Sunnah, we bring them close to us. When a person go against it, we stay away from them. I mean, may Allah forgive him. May Allah have mercy on him. The association is very important, man. There's nothing in Islam that tell us you can kill innocent people. You know what I mean? There's nothing from that. And you don't make takfir on your brothers. He made takfir on the whole royal family. Jazakallah khair, brother. And force of Allah, because they kill innocent people. They kill Muslims. Yeah, research it, Aki. You can go, mashallah, you can go find it. You know what I mean? You can go see it. You can see that we're not just talking for the sake of talking. You can go look what the ulama says about them. You can say the scholars refute and all the key. I think even Sheikh bin Baz, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong, but you can see that the ulama refuted him, and then they would tell you the proof, the dalil of what they refuting him back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna come to Philly, man. I love Philly, man. Why you hope bin Baz didn't? If we don't hope, we hope the truth. If a person's on deviation, we want bin Baz to refute him. We want the ulama to bring us their truth. I went to Hajj with that dude. I'm glad I lost his number. Y'all probably would have saw me in Yemen, right in the back of that pickup truck with him, talking about, alhamdulillah, Allah, mashallah. I thank Allah for that all the time, man. Alhamdulillah. Abdul Rahman, what's going on? Of course I know Pashtuns, man. Some of my favorite people. I love Pashtuns. I love that they strong people, mashallah. But you're supposed to follow the Prophet, not scholars. We follow the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba. The Prophet said in the authentic hadith, he said that the scholars, the prophets, they don't leave behind dinar or dirham. He said they don't leave behind money. They leave about ilm. And the inheritors of the prophets are the ulama. The Prophet told us that the inheritors of the prophets are the scholars. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to stick close to the scholars of the Sunnah, because they are the inheritors of the Anbiya. They are the inheritors of the Prophet. You know what I mean? So anybody that's trying to get you to go away from the scholars, man, you should be careful from them. Man, let me get this weirdo out of here. This weirdo. How do I be... Oh, Musa is a tank. You sound like you have a Muslim name. The Malaysian airport didn't send me. You know, I'm actually was on my way to Australia. So tomorrow morning, which would be Monday in Australia, I'm going to find out if my visa was cleared and I will go to Australia. If not, I'll go back to Saudi. Everything happened for a reason, alhamdulillah. Would you say Shias are 100% Muslim? Well, we would say this in Islam, for example, whether you're a Sunni, whether you call yourself a Sunni, or whether you call yourself a Shia. If you say that Allah made mistakes, you yourself just put yourself outside of the religion of Islam, because Allah doesn't make mistakes. So if a Sunni walk around and say that there was verses in the Quran called Surah Ali and people removed it, then that Sunni, how is he following Islam correctly by saying that Allah made a mistake, when Allah says that we the one who sent down the Quran, we preserve it for you? You understand? So don't look at it, just don't say Shiite, just say the things that certain individuals do. If they do and they believe this stuff, then they took themselves outside of the religion of Islam, because Allah doesn't make any mistakes. Of course they abuse the wives of the Prophet, they abuse the Sahaba, you know what I mean? go. Gotta figure out how to get back to my house, to my prison. At least I get to walk in and out the prison, though. Alhamdulillah. The Quran is more valid than hadiths. Well, the Quran is more valid, of course, than fake hadith, but in Islam we have two revelations. As the Sahaba said that Jibril used to send down the Sunnah to the Prophet ﷺ the same way he revealed the Quran. Allah says in the Quran in the English translation, "O Muhammad, we are the one who revealed the Quran to you, and it's like." If you look at Tafsir Ibn Kathir, they say that it's like mean the Sunnah. Allah also said in the Quran, "O Muhammad, we revealed the Quran to you and the hikmah, and the wisdom," meaning the Sunnah. So Allah says in many places in the Quran, He said in many places in the Quran, Allah said that He revealed the Quran and the Sunnah. So meaning that these are two revelations. The Muslim cannot have one without the other one. The Prophet ﷺ also predicted, he said there will come a time when a man will be reclining on his sofa and someone will come with a hadith of mine. And that person would say, we don't want to hear the hadith. We don't want to hear the hadith of the Prophet. We only want to stick to the Quran. The Prophet ﷺ said, woe to that individual. 3 times he said, woe to that individual. Then the Prophet ﷺ, he said, to eat the flesh of a donkey is haram. But do you see that in the Quran? No Muslim would eat donkey meat. We know that the meat of a donkey is haram. But there's no verse in the Quran that tells us that. This is from the Sunnah. So the Prophet ﷺ told us that these people would come and they would try to go against the Sunnah and they would try to say, let's only take from the Quran. There's no way a Muslim can only take from the Quran and be guided. There's no way. Because the Quran teaches us to pray 5 times a day, but the Sunnah teaches us how many rakahs to do, when to go down for sujood. You understand? It's the Sunnah that teaches us that. The Sunnah teaches us how to do wudu. You know what I mean? So they go hand to hand. They cannot be Islam without Quran and Sunnah. Alhamdulillah. Kind of lost. So there cannot be one without the other. We follow Quran and Sunnah, alhamdulillah. Alright, man, I'm about to go, man, because I'm talking on live and I'm going to end up walking outside and be arrested. I don't know where I'm going. But I appreciate y'all, man. It's always good talking to y'all. And I know sometimes I'll be sounding loud and I get passionate, man, but I don't mean to. It don't come off, hopefully it don't come off to be rude with none of y'all. All right, everybody take care. Peace.